Good morning and welcome. Coming to you live from the Amigo Public School are our morning announcements. Today is Wednesday, April 21st, the day 4 on our school calendar. And all of this week, we're going to begin with the Greater Essex County District School Board land acknowledgement so that we can give thanks for the land and water that we enjoy and share around us and acknowledge our relationship with our land and also the relationship with our Indigenous peoples.
We acknowledge that we are on land and surrounded by water originally inhabited by indigenous peoples who have traveled this area since time immemorial. This territory is within the lands honored by the Wampum Treaties, agreements between the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Lenni Lenape, and allied nations to peacefully share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. Specifically, we would like to acknowledge the presence of the Three Fires Confederacy, Ojibwe, Odawa, and Potawatomi, and Huron-Wendat peoples. We are dedicated to honoring Indigenous history and culture while remaining committed to moving forward respectfully with all First Nations, Inuit, and Métis.
And now for our national anthem.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, a true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Lord, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Our quote and our reading for today. Our quote comes from Anne McCaffrey. And Anne McCaffrey says, "Make no judgments where you have no compassion." Great words of advice. What kinds of things are important to you and your friends, your group? Does it matter what people wear, what music they listen to, how they act, what they believe? What happens when someone doesn't fit into your picture or follow your rules? Sometimes groups can be cruel to outsiders, and they can be quick to gossip, to judge, and to criticize. Does this sound like your group? And yesterday we began talking about gratitude and how important it is for good health, both at school and at home. And we talked about why gratitude and why we should consider it. We want to look at possibly a checklist about your own personal gratitude. You can check off one of my strengths that I am grateful for is, and you can fill in the blank there. One of my strengths that I am grateful for. One thing that I can do to express my gratitude is, and you can fill that in. One person I am grateful for, so hopefully you can think of many people, but just name one person that you're grateful for. One memory I am grateful for, and that's one that I've never really gone back to, but I like that idea. One challenge that I am grateful for, and a lot of times we have things that challenge us, and sometimes we give up, and sometimes we keep trying, and sometimes we learn from both of those things. And one beautiful thing in my life I am grateful for is, and hopefully there are many things you can fill in there as well. So thank you very much to our Healthy Schools Division for those great ideas around gratitude. As well, really importantly, what do we put in a blue box? And yesterday we talked about all of the different things that we can place in there. Well, what things do we not put in the blue box? And some of the ideas here are hazardous materials, of course, no plastic bags, and we talked about that yesterday, no scrap metal, no stringy things, and there's lots of wires and stringy things metal strings that we shouldn't put in. No paper, because paper belongs in the red box. No clothing in our blue boxes, no plastic containers, and also no garbage. None of those things belong in our blue box. And those of us on one side of, I guess most of us are on the east side, or all of us are on the east side of Manning Road. So we do have recycling coming up this week. So some ideas, remind your parents what not to put in your blue box coming this Thursday. And hopefully your parents were able to join us tonight. We talking to you on late at night, but for tomorrow morning, hopefully your parents joined us yesterday, as did our grade 3, 4, and 5 students joined us to talk with Mr. Davis and hear his ideas around social networking and social networking safety and internet safety. And here's just a couple slides from that presentation. And internet safety and cell phone safety and app and gaming safety, it begins with your parents, and also we have some responsibility and accountability in that as well, both as students and kids, as teachers and as parents and as adults in our children's lives. We have a responsibility to ensure that we act and we are accountable for our decisions, but we act responsibly and respectfully. I think in our children presentation yesterday, or kid presentation yesterday, Mr. Davis was really reinforcing the idea that respect, if we show respect, then we act properly even when we're on social media. And one of the comments there from a parent, thanks Paul, Mr. Davis, such an informative presentation, and our daughter also spoke in depth about what she learned today from you, and also feeling a lot more informed about the dangers of social media. And he didn't scare us, he gave us a lot of facts from which to learn, and also hopefully which will lead us to some action for our safety, social networking, and internet safety. And we are Eagles. Eagles, we show empathy, acceptance, generosity, love, education, and support. All of that spells Eagles, and we hashtag we do the right thing. And finally, our Wednesday funny, and we see a great little duck in there reading a book, How to Fish. The question is, what do librarians like Mrs. Demers Hewitt, what do librarians take with them when they go fishing? And our answer is bookworms. Well, are the end of our announcements. Our thought for today, I won't judge others. Thinking back to your friends in your group, we won't judge each other. And have a wonderful Wednesday today. A great day of online learning. Again, thank you for joining us. I know it's not always easy, but our staff are doing a great job. You are doing your great job. And take time to thank your parents for supporting you with your online learning. Have a wonderful Wednesday.